Welcome to On Fire Family Happy Hour. Normally, we come to you on Friday nights with a boat that we review for the Great Loop. This week, we thought we would roll up kind of our top 5 in a couple of different ways. Thanks for joining us. Cheers.
Cheers.
So if you haven't joined us on a Friday night, what we normally do is we pull up Yacht World, we go through a Great Loop boat, Great Loop capable boat, and we shop for it. And
online shopping.
We try to see if it will fit our family of 4 for the 6,000 mile journey that we hope to take in about 15 months. We've been at this quite a while. We've looked at like 25 boats or so, and we've found some things that we like and some things that we don't like with your help. So thank you so much for suggesting boats, suggesting resources. One of you suggested this powerboat guide, which I was able to find on eBay. This was the 2007 edition, and we have some pages marked.
You should have seen him when it came in. He opened it and he was like, "This is exactly what I need."
I mean,
like
it's got layouts of boats, it's got lengths, weights, all the different things.
So you're gonna put a link below?
There's no link. This is vintage. You just can't get this. I'll put a screenshot of this, and if you can find another one on eBay, do, because I highly recommend it if you're shopping for, especially vintage boats, 2007 and newer. Invaluable, really. I mean, you can only find out so much online in Yacht World, and maybe that's how you landed here, but pick this up. You're gonna like it. What we want to do tonight is a special edition of our happy hour, which is look at kind of our top 5, or the top 5 that we think are contenders for us. So that's getting pretty serious.
Which I'm nervous about because I'm worried somebody's gonna buy it.
Don't buy it.
Don't buy our top 5.
Don't buy our top 1 or 2.
1 or 2. Yeah.
1 and a backup.
Please don't.
Anyway, let's first talk about the top 5 by views on our channel, which has been growing during this time. So it's not like this was an overnight hit. 3 people watched our first video, and then it has kind of gone up and up and up. So as we've gone through,
it might have been me watching it 3 times.
A couple of dozen, it's a lot of moms hitting refresh.
Right.
Grandma doesn't have internet, so she can't watch it. But here's what, by views anyway, you guys are clicking on and watching of the boats that we've reviewed so far. Tollycraft 44, CPMY, Cockpit Motor Yacht. Tollycraft is near and dear to our hearts. We've owned 3 or 4 of them, not cruisers, but...
No, we have a 34-foot cruiser.
We do now,
right
now. Which we love. It's a 1970s vintage, but...
so it has one forward bedroom that of course is ours, and then one kid sleeps on the couch that goes out into a bed, and one kid sleeps on the dinette that goes into a bed, and so it's cozy. I mean, it's not 6,000 miles and 365 days together, so it's a good kind of vacation home, especially during COVID.
Yeah. So the 44 Cockpit Motor Yacht is a very seaworthy boat. In fact, our boat is named Seaworthy, but the one that we looked at was a 1989 model. Really nice boat, but for a couple of reasons. Mostly it's the 3rd stateroom.
Yeah, and
that,
it's 2.
And a little bit less posh of a sun deck,
Yeah.
I think, is really kind of what turned us off. But we love searching for seashells. We love what they're doing. We love Tollycraft, and we would love to do the loop on a Tollycraft, but we've not found a model that is fitting our family.
Right, because there's nothing a little bit bigger with 3 staterooms that isn't 61 feet or 63 feet, that isn't too big and too luxurious for us. So
there's no too luxurious for us. Let me correct you right there. If you know of a 61-foot Tollycraft pilot house, we would love to take a leap of faith and go for that.
We won't say no to that.
So,
but there's no middle ground for us on Tollycraft, much as we love.
All right, so that was number 5 by views. Number 4 by views, Cruisers Yachts 4450. And this has come up a few times. We know of loopers that are doing it right now with families of 4.
Yes.
So it's completely viable. It's proven. It's loop proven. It's a popular loop boat. at the time we reviewed it, we were not as much into more modern boats.
We rewatched it, and I actually was positive on it.
Then and now. Both.
Well,
okay.
As we talked about in a previous video, I am more open to things, and he is more close to things that he doesn't like. And so I think it would be, one, good for our family and a good smaller size, and two, easier to sell than a vintage boat.
Yeah. And that's an important consideration for us in our situation, being on the West Coast. We want to buy a boat on the Great Loop somewhere, preferably in the north, do the loop, sell the boat, come back here to the West Coast.
Sell the boat quickly.
And so that is a thing for us.
Yep.
That may not be a thing for most people looking for a Great Loop boat. All right, number 3, Hatteras 48.
1983.
1983. We loved this boat.
I love this boat.
As well as
don't
by
buy
the
it.
views. Yeah, don't buy it. This one, particularly, we loved the sun deck. The woodwork, the built-in wraparound couch up there.
Yeah,
all the interior woodwork.
Yeah.
I can just picture it in my head. It was amazing. Don't buy it. Thank you for watching and liking that video. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Number 2 by views, Bayliner 4788. Also, the 4588 has been commented a lot that we should look at.
Oh. And it's actually a 2002, which is our newest boat.
That we've looked at.
Yes.
Yeah. Traditionally, not a Bayliner fan. The only thing that I have to say about it is just that the forward stateroom kind of shared a door with the third stateroom.
Yes.
And so for like a family of 4, really wanting 3 distinct spaces for people to hang out, having that shared
mostly is we don't
door.
want to share our sleeping area with a child.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was
So
one thing,
kinda...
but the pilot house section of it, loved it. The flybridge was
Yeah.
cool and loved it. The kind of the back cockpit area even really worked with a 1-level walk-in. And it's a very popular production boat, and there's a lot of them out there, and it's a popular boat for people to buy.
Which is why it's number 2 on views.
Yeah. And number 1 for views.
This is totally shocking to me.
The Grand Banks 49, which I like Grand Banks boats. When I've looked at them out there on the water, they just have a classic, awesome feel to them. You were not a big fan when we did the video of this boat. I'll put it down below.
Well, this is the video. Okay, this is a good, gorgeous trawler, but this is the video that made us kind of discount trawlers and continue to look at motor yachts after that.
But it has tons of space. It does have 3 staterooms.
It definitely has space.
It doesn't have the sun deck, which I think is what we're more and more in love with. But it has, by far, of all of these happy hour videos, gotten the most clicks from you guys, and probably for really, really good reason. Grand Banks makes good, solid boats. They're kind of a timeless design.
That has the separate beds for...
No.
Oh, okay.
Uh-uh.
Sorry, I should relook at it.
Yeah.
Since it's so popular.
Don't buy the Grand Banks either, because they will take them up.
I'm a motor yacht fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to go fast.
All right, so that's our top 5 by views. Now, let's look at the top 5 by family vote. So family of 4, we get a lot of ties and tiebreakers, but here are our top 5. So number 5, one of the very first ones in our first 3 boats that we reviewed, the Chris Craft 501.
Everybody fell in love with this boat.
This was a boat that had done the Great Loop. It was huge. It was our first fancy motor yacht that we had looked at. We're Chris Craft fans.
We even talked to the owner, and he was super sweet and great.
He gave us so much data about his loop and how much he spent on gas and all the stuff.
And we're happy that he sold the boat and he was able to sell it.
Yeah, and we hope to run into it on the loop or elsewhere in the future because it's an awesome looking boat.
It's amazing.
We fell in love with the galley up bar area, the spiral staircase down to the aft cabin, generous flybridge. Like, this opened our minds to what you could have and actually pull off for the Great Loop as far as length, because we didn't, and draft and air draft, all of it. This pushed all those limits, and he made it around the loop with this boat, and it kind of inspired us. So thank you very much, Dustin, for helping us out. Number 4.
Okay. Number 4
is the CHB Seamaster. This is a boat that has done part of the loop. It's 48 feet long. It fits our budget.
It has a great price.
And 3 staterooms. It was one of the first boats we really got serious about having 3 staterooms. We liked the looks of the boat, the 80s kind of styling of it, the woodwork. It was a really nice entrance into looking at these big boats for us. Having done part of the loop already, it's capable. We enjoyed that it had a dishwasher and washer and dryer. It's a lot of boat for the price. This was listed at under $100K, and I think you could update it and really. Anyway, don't buy this boat either. It's still out there.
You can really make it your own. Or we could really make it our own.
But it would need some updating, at least for our family's needs, with some of the decor and soft goods and things like that. The 3rd stateroom is an office now. We would convert it back to a stateroom.
But he's handy, and we can both sew.
Yeah, so. And we're kind of refining in on the geography of where we want to buy a boat, and this one might be a little bit too far south for us to really pull off how we want to pull it. Mm-hmm. And number 3.
I love ocean yachts in general. This wasn't my favorite ocean yacht, but in general, ocean yachts, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, and the video that we made was a little bit deceiving in that we kind of combined 2 different boats into one video, but we like the layout of this boat.
Yeah.
The Ocean Yacht's 48 motor yacht. It's a lot of living space for 48 feet long.
And it even has a cockpit, which we love.
Yeah, and a beautiful flybridge.
It's gorgeous.
Older ones have woodwork. Newer ones have this light-colored vinyl everywhere. We really, and we have encountered through comments and emails, like some really diehard Ocean Yachts fans, and it's great to have that community. And so, if one of these came up, we would really.
Wait, this one did sell.
Well, it's because we comboed 2 in one.
Okay.
But somebody commented that they were going after the one that we had reviewed.
So good for
So
them.
congratulations on that. We hope to see it out there actually, because we really did enjoy the Ocean Yachts. The only thing, again, some of the years were light colored, kind of painted wood that we didn't prefer, but was still okay.
I like the kooky 3rd stateroom because you can have office / bed / it was also the laundry room.
Yeah.
And entrance into the engine rooms.
Yeah, and this was the first boat that we looked at that had stand-up engine rooms, and it just blew my mind. So that was kind of amazing.
Kind of like near and dear to our hearts, this boat.
Yeah. So, if you know of an Ocean Yachts 48 motor yacht, not the Sport Fisher.
Not this one.
Because there's lots of those, but the motor yacht, we would like to talk to you. Mm-hmm. Number 2, for our family, the Hatteras 48.
Yes.
We like this because it just had a little bit of every single thing that we want. And it was amazing woodwork. Both the teak and holly cabin sole, the sun deck, just the flooring, the table, the built-ins, absolutely amazing.
The sun deck is what made me love it. And the salon is not the biggest and most spacious, but that's whatever. I want to be on the sun deck the whole time.
Yeah. It was a little more expensive than we were shooting for, but
it's so fun.
But it's so good. The forward berth was over under bunks instead of a queen, so that was like.
Which he put as a con,
but it could be fine, you know. And then it just had everything, you know.
Looks really nice.
And number 1.
Yes. Do not buy this boat.
Our favorite as a family by vote was the Californian 48 foot. It was within our budget at the higher end, but it really did check all the boxes. Yeah. The only thing it did not have, I think, which is not on the must-have but a nice-to-have, was the laundry. And I think we could tinker and figure out a laundry.
I think we could put it on the sun deck where a wet bar is. We can figure it out.
Yeah. I think this one also didn't have a lower helm, but was all driving from the flag
Right.
ridge.
Also, this boat comes with the dinette option, and this one didn't have the dinette. It had like a butler's pantry, and it would be perfect if it had the dinette. But I could actually live without it because the sun deck is so large and spacious. And
yeah.
It also is a bit far south.
That's true.
But we are a big fan of the California 38.
48.
That's what I said.
I said 38.
48. California 38. 38.
All right. 38, 48, whatever's good for us.
Happy hour.
And I think that's it. Don't buy our boats. Actually, you know, honestly, timeline-wise,
we're always actually, if you bought this boat and did the loop and then sold it to us in time for our loop, that would be perfect. So message us if you want to do that.
And actually, if you're on the loop in one of these models of boat, please do reach out if you're looking to sell after your loop, or if your plans have changed or whatever. I think that's why we put out these videos, is to kind of form this community and to engage. And our boat's out there, and maybe you own it right now. So reach out. Thank you guys for joining us again. This is a bit of a different video than we've put out before, but we thought we've done enough of these that it's time to kind of do a top 5 video. So thank you very much for being a part of this.
Cheers.